Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be talking Family Libby. Now, I was going to do a video about Family Libby when season 6 of HEA wrapped up, but there was a lot going on at the time regarding Love After Lockup. Love After Lockup, the tea is just constantly coming out, so it's a lot to keep up with. But you know, Family Libby, we saw that huge family fight at the end of season 6. Then at the tell-all, Charlie was like broed out to the max. And then Megan, his wife, was, you know, kind of coming after the sisters in her Instagram stories. And I was like, shit, this might be real, actual drama, you guys. And then the family went on 90 Day Bears All. Okay, so 90 Day Bears All is, I don't really know what it's supposed to be touted as, but it's kind of like a tell-all. It's like 90 Day Fiancé's like official tea spilling, I guess is the best way you can describe it. It's on Discovery Plus. I would say 75% of the content is a complete bore, and they like in this same episode we get Pow and we like live her new wrestling career with her, which I don't really care about. But so that's like 75% of the content. Sometimes you'll get a drunk Courtney talking about selling feet pictures, which was hysterical. But it's really hit and miss. Well, this episode with the Family Libby was explosive. Personally, in my opinion, because they had the family on, I think it's pretty safe to say we will be seeing the Family Libby on another spinoff of some sort. I think there is a good bet that they will be getting their own spinoff, and just hang in there with me, guys, because I think it might actually be a good show. And if it's not, I totally deserve to get dragged for saying that. But I think it might actually be a good show because I think there's real family shit here to unpack. So everyone is still arguing over Charlie. And the big thing that has come out on social media especially is Megan has said that they've pretty much been cut off from the family. The family no longer has Charlie over or Megan. And subsequently, the real sad part of all of this is that they have 4 children that don't see their cousins or their grandparents anymore. So that is really sad. Let's take a look at this clip of what Megan had to say at the Bears All appearance.
Because I still, to this day, don't know why everyone in the family stopped talking to me. So we've been together 20 years. He's always been the same Charlie, and he speaks his mind, and that's what I love about him. And, you know, they all know what Charlie's been like. They decided, let's just cancel Charlie out of the family, which means myself and our 4 kids as well. It's not true, but.
Something else that's really interesting, and I had heard this, but I guess I never really saw it confirmed, but I had heard that Megan actually met Charlie because she was friends with the sisters. And then Jen did confirm this, that their relationship has pretty much ended. So take a look at what Jen had to say.
You were my best friend for 24 years. Megan. And you stopped talking to me.
Megan.
Did you give me an explanation? I don't
Why
want
don't
you
you
to
give
give
an
me an explanation. No, you didn't.
I texted you after he made my kids cry at a family barbecue, and I said, I'm not gonna be around Charlie anymore. I don't want my girls around Charlie. I still care a lot about her, and that's one of the reasons I distance myself, because I can't be around that and witness it.
Not true.
It brings too much.
If
How are
she
you
was
gonna
a
tell
true
me it's
friend,
not true when I'm
she
fucking
would-
sitting here saying how I feel? You're gonna tell me that how I feel isn't true?
Yes.
No.
Now look, having a family member that might be living a little bit of a wild lifestyle or is slower to kind of get their life together is not something that's an abstract idea. A lot of people have members of their family like that, members of their family that they wish could just, you know, get it together, but they don't. But it doesn't cause this kind of family divide. So what is it that has to be so toxic is what I'm wondering, that has caused especially Becky and her husband to pull away. Becky didn't even attend the reunion and she was invited to, she decided that that was just not in the best interest of her family. You know, Jen, who used to be best friends with Megan, now they're no longer friends. Elizabeth is not talking to her brother, and I'm going to touch on this in a second, but it doesn't seem that Charlie has a good relationship with his father anymore. I don't know what role the mother has in all this, but this is like intervention level counseling would tell you that you have to have a hard line, and if that person doesn't meet that, you have to remove yourself from the equation, right? So that is what I'm thinking. Something like that must have happened where the family just said enough. But what's really interesting and kind of confusing is that nobody's talking about what that was. The most that we can get out of them is that Charlie doesn't have a good relationship with alcohol. That's a far cry from being an alcoholic, and that's a far cry from having other substance abuse issues. And if someone's just kind of a jerk when they're drunk or something like that, or maybe they say dumb stuff when they're drunk. I mean, a lot of us know a person like that as well. Does that tend to have you cut them off from your family? That would seem pretty extreme to me. I think my best guess is this is probably not something that Chuck wants to be made public or have play out on any of the shows or any of the spinoffs that they're on. So probably the family is walking a fine line with how much they're willing to reveal. That's my best guess for what's going on, but there is something going on, and it's very apparent. And it couldn't be more apparent than in this clip, Charlie, and this was posted in the 90 Day Fiancé subreddit. His response, which was totally disgusting, and he came off just looking like a complete asshole. Well, I'll just play it. This was the response to the Bears all appearance.
I bit my hand.
So I just have a few thoughts on 90 Day Fiancé Barrel. I just watched it. It was all women, bro. Where were the men at? It was all women. No men on there, bro. You could say Andre was a man, but bro, he should have been wearing a dress just like everyone else, bro. Like you're up there talking shit to my wife like that, bro. What man talks to a woman like that? Only a weak, insecure bitch ass. You say, oh, Andre talked shit to you at the tell-all, bro. You didn't say anything. Cat. That didn't happen. And like, bro, all these, like, Jen, Becky, Libby, all them, what did Megan do to y'all, bro? Honestly, what did she do to y'all? Literally, answer that question. What did she do to y'all? All y'all are thirsty fucking dragons. That's it, bro.
Why?
And my dad's the same way. What's sad to say? Every time I see him, he's like, bro, look at this lady that hit me up on Instagram, bro. Look at this lady that hit me on Facebook, bro. Meanwhile, we can't even go to family functions because he let my family cancel us, bro. And he's cool with that.
I just thought that clip was really gross. First and foremost, because you can hear small children puttering around as he's talking really horrifically about especially his dad. So this is their grandfather. I just think that was really not a good look, to put it mildly. He said there's only women on the panel, which is so dumb. You know, he insinuates that Andre is just feminine and weak, even though Andre, if it wasn't for crew intervention, probably would have killed Charlie in that fight. So I don't know. That is nonsensical, but also pretty offensive. Then he proceeded to mock his father. He also says he was canceled out of the family. He said that on the tell-all. That it seems like he's trying to be like cool or topical, and it just comes off as being like an asshole. And then he says, again, he brings back this bro thing, which I never saw him say bro all of the times he filmed until he comes to the tell-all and now on this Instagram live. It's really bizarre. It makes you sound like a super big asshole, and he does himself no favors. I get him wanting to defend his wife on the one hand, but Megan has been a part of this family for 20 odd years. She was best friends with the sister, with Jen. I think that she can hold her own, and nobody was being like super rude to her. It was a fight. It was a fight, and she was holding her own, absolutely. This part I just had to touch on real quick. They played a clip teasing this episode of Bearzall, which quickly made its way around social media, and basically it was when all the sisters were getting on Megan for selling feet pictures on OnlyFans. What wasn't shown in that clip is that Becky actually threatened Megan with a lawsuit. Just take a look at this.
Can I just clarify? I have never in my whole life ever taken a picture of my foot or feet and sent it to a random person for money in my life, for the record. So don't ever say that ever again, because that is false, and I will fucking hit you with a lawsuit. I have never sold a picture of my feet.
I don't know why the sisters, like, that's where they draw the line, is feet. Shit, if I kept up with regular pedicures and I thought I had even remotely attractive feet, I would do that. I would tell my husband to do that. I don't know why everything else is okay, but feet is where it's like, do not accuse me of selling feet pictures. I will sue you. I just had to laugh. That was like, you guys show your whole assholes on OnlyFans. What's the problem? If you're a supplier, aka someone with feet, and you're willing to meet the demand, aka someone looking for pictures of feet, what's the issue? Like I said at the beginning of this video, I know that we have speculated that certain aspects, if not entire aspects of their storylines, have been scripted. And definitely I could see producer-driven drama at points, but I think that the crux of the issues in their family are real. There is real divide and real just tension over Charlie and his behavior, and there is something going on there that is dark and that is really breaking that family apart. I don't know what Charlie's issues are exactly, but he's certainly not mature. I mean, the way he was talking in that video with kids around about his family members, in particular his father, I just thought was a really bad look. I don't know where the family goes from here. I mean, you're not only having family fractures, you're having friend fractures, and will this eventually put a fracture in their marriage? Like, Megan's losing a huge chunk of her life. I don't know, which is why I suspect we could be getting a spinoff. And honestly, you guys, I think it would be pretty riveting. But again, if it's not, I will totally take the dragging that I would get because of that. Ultimately, I think Megan needs to put the well-being of her children first. We've never seen anything Charlie's done to put them in harm's way or anything like that. But, you know, try at least to maintain a relationship with the grandparents, with the cousins. All of that is still really important, even if there is some sort of tension between the siblings. So that, I think that's what all of us would hope. Let me know what you guys think of this episode of Bearzall. What have you thought about the Family Libby tension overall? Do you guys see genuine tension, or are you still pretty much convinced it's scripted and producer driven? I'm open and I want to hear everyone's thoughts, so make sure you comment them down below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.